Chapter 2 Lento of our level adventure was eaten by a dragon that suddenly appeared. When I woke up, I was reborn as a skeleton, and now there is something that might happen if I continue to defeat monsters. I decided to make my goal existential evolution. My first aim is the evolution of skeleton ghoul, but this body is harder to move than I imagined. Well, of course, I'm just bones. Without muscle, I can't move freely. Then, why are we moving, you ask? The conjurer is the essence to my survivability. The bone ligaments are probably there, but there seems to be a slight amount of magic holding them together. And among men and monsters, there are three energy, including magic. Magic is the one possesses magic, can create fire, cause wind, bring forth water, and move earth. If one becomes a strong magician, one can do various complex things and extreme convenient power. Vitality. Next is vitality, though it can also be called chakra or prana, a power that uses the life force as a basis. If accessible, one can strengthen the physical abilities and obtain inhuman stamina. Lastly is spirit, though this has no association with the ordinary man. Through the favor of God or spirit, it is recognized as a quite rare special power. The majority of them are said to be religious personal. I only had a blessing, something that is more useful for living than battle. That's the reason for me having remained a bronze class adventurer. At first glance, skeletons only have a small amount of magic. However, even after becoming a skeleton, I still have my memories and equipment from when I was human, which means I can use vitality. If I can override my physical abilities with vitality against another skeleton, it means that I'm stronger. First victory. Seems like it will be easier than I thought. It's still no way. A fallen skeleton, magic. This is strength is gathering together. This is completely different absorption efficiency from when I was a human. So this is what a monster existential evolution is like. Still, it doesn't seem like I've become a ghoul. That's obvious. If evolution was that easy, the world would be buried in monsters. I have to defeat an equivalent amount of something of equivalent strength, I guess. That's right. Nothing changed. I keep doing what I'm able to do. Thinking so, I decided to explore the labyrinth. It seemed like I was right in thinking I would get stronger if I would defeat a monster. After that, I defeated a number of skeletons, but the absorption was still the same. Even the one hit using vitality, first it was barely able to split the head of a skeleton. But now, if I go all out, I can shatter its skull to pieces. Now I can finally hunt it. My next prey. A slime. The fifth one. I want to finish it quick, but it's so pretty. The slime is weaker compared to a skeleton, but that doesn't mean it can made light off. That's one of the slime's attacks. Acid blitz. It creates an acid substance with its body and shoots it. It's a simple thing that will dissolve things depending on the acidity, but depending on the individual, it can be powerful enough to melt the ground. I'm pretty slow, but if that's hit a skeleton like me, and one more thing, if has an unstable liquid-like form. Because of this, physical attacks aren't effective. From my experience, spells are the best way to defeat it, but there are other ways, such as aim for the core. Shh. If it loses its command center, the core, it no longer be able to maintain its shape, and it will crumble apart like a soul. It's been there the whole time it lived. Huge success. Being able to use exit blitz makes it a dangerous lamb, but the acidity is strangely low. From the fact that it made my hands move, it could be usable in women's beauty products. Slam's body fluids are also treasured for being used in potions and other healing items. However, that's only for those in good conditions. Club. Slams exist to capture and digest other monsters, small animals within the labyrinth. From when they appear, the body fluids begin to congeal as time passes. One that has just spawned is extremely precious and rare, and since the slime is hard to fight solo, it's common practice to hunt it with companions. Of course, the rewards are split up. Defeating by yourself and selling it to the guild will give you a few days of luxury. If only I could get outside like this. For now, that's impossible. But I might be able to go someday. I can't afford to give up. To prepare for that. Wait, is this? That's what existential evolution is for. It feels different from when I defeated things before. Could already be time. In 1 or 2 days, I've defeated about 5 skeletons and a slime. That rate would take me over a month when I was a human. I've never truly felt myself getting stronger like this before. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll take off my armor, I guess. Oh, this is existential evolution. This is good riddance to bones. I longed for flesh. Still, it's like withered meat sticking to bones. Feels like a dead body. Even so, as someone got a flesh body now, I want to try it out. I can kinda speak, but I wouldn't call it fluent. But it's way better than what I could say anything as a skeleton. Maybe if a person comes into the labyrinth, we can come to an understanding. That sound. Metal slashing sound. There's no mistake. Just fighting with a sword. Which means nearby there's a person. Continue. Next chapter. Thank you for listening to chapter 2. I hope you liked it. Yeah, like, comment, share, and I hope you see you in the next chapter, chapter 3. And bye bye.